everyone, I am Monisha. Welcome with Monisha Nair. I'll be sharing with you all some easy and simple delicious meals. Stay tuned for all the upcoming recipes, and it's my humble request to all of you all to please like, share and subscribe to my channel.
Today we are making marble effect cake. You can easily make this cake with the ingredients that you have in your house. This cake is super soft, super moist and very rich in taste. This is going to be an eggless cake without oven, and see how pretty this cake is looking. So without wasting much time, let's get into this video. For that, here I have taken a 6-inch cake tin. I am going to apply butter all over the cake tin. Once I have applied the butter, I am going to place a butter paper. Now I am going to apply the remaining butter all over the cake tin, and now we'll keep this tin aside. We'll start by preparing the buttermilk first. For that, here I have taken a bowl. To this I am adding 3/4 cup of lukewarm milk. To this I am adding 1 teaspoon of vinegar. I am going to mix this lightly. Once it's lightly mixed, to this I am adding 1/3 cup of melted butter. Now I am going to mix this lightly and we'll keep this aside. Now we'll start with our dry ingredients for our sponge cake. For that, here I have taken a bowl. To this I have placed a sieve. To this I am adding 1/2 cup of powdered sugar, 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and to this I am going to add 1 cup plus 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour, which is also known as maida. Now to this I am adding 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Now we'll sieve these ingredients. So sieving the dry ingredients will remove any lumps from the mixture. So you will get a nice lump-free and smooth batter for our chocolate sponge cake. So always sieve the dry ingredients before making a cake. Now we'll preheat our kadai. For that, here I have taken a heavy bottom deep kadai. So take a deep vessel and place any steel stand that you have in your house. Now I am going to cover this with a lid that has no hole, and we are going to preheat this for 8 minutes on medium flame. Now we are back to our dry ingredients. I am slightly mixing the dry ingredients. To this I am going to gradually add the butter, milk and vinegar mixture, and we are going to combine this using the cut and fold method. So I have poured the remaining mixture and I am mixing this using the cut and fold method. So cut and fold simply means one cut and fold in one direction. Now to enhance the flavor, here I am adding 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Now we'll continue using the cut and fold method. So this will evenly combine the ingredients and you're going to get a very nice soft and fluffy sponge cake. Now our batter looks perfect. I'm going to transfer this batter on a cake tin. Once we have transferred this batter, I'll lightly tap the cake tin. So very lightly tap the cake tin to remove any air bubbles inside the cake. Now I am going to place this on this preheated kadai very carefully. Once I place the on a preheated kadai, this cake tin, I am going to cover this. We are going to cover and cook this on low flame for 45 minutes. So after 45 minutes, if you feel it is little raw, then you can cook it for further 10 to 15 minutes on low flame. Now our cake has been perfectly cooked. I am going to switch off the flame and I am doing the toothpick test. See, the toothpick has come out clean. Now our cake has been perfectly baked. Carefully I am going to remove the cake tin and I am going to place this on a cool surface. Now we'll allow this to completely cool down on room temperature. It took me around 35 minutes for the cake to completely cool down. Now our cake has been completely cooled down. Using a knife I am demolding the cake. And now we are going to remove this cake on a wire rack. See how easily this cake came out. That means our sponge has become, the sponge has turned out very perfect and very soft. Now I place this on a wire rack. Now we'll start preparing our mirror glaze. For that, here in a pan I have taken 120 grams of finely chopped white chocolate. To this I am adding 3 tablespoons of milk, 1 tablespoon of butter. Now we are going to cook this on low flame until these ingredients melt and gets nicely combined, but only cook on low flame. So usually in mirror effect they put a powder which you get in a confectionery shop into this mixture and then we pour this for that mirror effect. But in this video I am showing you a simple method with the basic ingredient that you have in your house. You can make the same replica of a mirror effect cake. And usually the cake is been frosted with whipped cream and then this is being poured. But I am showing you the simplest way how you can enjoy this cake. Now our mixture is ready. I have switched off the flame and through the sieve I am sieving this mixture. You can see the mixture looks thick, but we are going to sieve this through this sieve so that any lumps of white chocolate is present will get stuck into the sieve. Once this is sieved, I am going to keep this siever aside, and now you can see the mixture looks thick. To loosen the consistency a bit, we are going to add lukewarm milk. So to this I am adding at least 5 to 6 tablespoons of milk. Now you need to combine this well, and this mixture should be not too thin, not too thick, just right in the middle. Now once this is combined well, you need to pour this mixture while it is warm on the cake. So don't wait for this to cool down. So now immediately we'll start adding the food colors. So you can add the powder food color or gel or water food color that you have in your house. So any colors that you have, you can use that. So to this here I am adding 3 drops of purple food color, 3 drops of blue food color, 3 drops of pink food color, to this I am adding 3 drops of green food color, 3 drops of red food color, 3 drops of yellow food color, 3 drops of orange food color. So if you have just one food color, you can use that as well. Just put 12 to 13 drops in distance and then use. Now using a knife I am lightly mixing this. So you need to mix as shown. Do not over mix or it will become a mess. Just lightly mix it like I have shown and keep the knife aside. Now immediately I am going to pour this mirror glaze on top of this cake. So like this you need to pour slowly all over the cake, and everyone is going to get a different shade of mirror glaze cake. and this is a very magical cake, as you can see here. So even I don't know what shade I am going to get. I guess it is going to turn out a little dark shade, because I've used a lot of dark shades in this. So you never know what shade you are going to get in this cake, and it's going to be truly magical. As you can see, there is little bit of space left. So from the tray I have taken little bit of mirror glaze and I am applying it over here. We'll wait for 5 to 10 minutes and then we'll transfer this cake on a plate. Let the dripping stop a bit. Now this looks perfect. It's been 10 minutes. Carefully I am placing the cake on top of this plate, or you can place it on top of the cake board or whatever you have. I am placing it on a cake and immediately I am going to serve this cake. I have placed a happy birthday on top of this cake, and now see how soft and moist this cake looks, and very delicious and very chocolatey, and even it looks very beautiful and very elegant. Please do try this magical mirror glaze cake and definitely give your feedback on the comment section below. I would love to hear your feedback. And enjoy this delicious mouth-watering cake. See how pretty this cake is looking. Now let's cut this cake. See how moist this cake is and very delicious. Thank you for watching.